What up, MetaZoo Maniacs? So today is May 13th, 2023. Let's jump right into it. The eBay sales since about, I'm going to go back as far as May 9th because before that was in the last video. So yeah, let's start with Sam Sinclair First Edition, PSA 10, Auto 10, with a nice little sketch from Victor Larson. See all those creepy guys in the background up here? That's what he drew down here. Got a little heart, autograph. I know it's not Kickstarter, but First Edition, $33. I think this was a steal of a deal. I mean, that's a pretty cool doodle, all that good stuff. For 33 bucks, you can't go wrong. Here we have Loveland Frogman, the cheapest Loveland Frogman you're ever going to find. $2.38 as a PSA 10 for New Year's celebrations. This is such a cool product. I hope to get this someday and get it framed. Just put it in like the gym room or something. But yeah, $58.54 for this nice uncut sheet of promo cards from World Poker Tour, the second MetaZoo Kickstarter. Will there be a third Kickstarter? I bet you there will be. I hope there is. And they call it Magicast. Well, if Mike Waddell's around, they'll call it MetaZoo 3.0 or something. But yeah, that's a question. What if Mike Waddell, after they get everything to zero, because they did a Kickstarter for this, and everything was doing fine with MetaZoo at that point, or at least we think it was. So what if he did a third Kickstarter? Would you support it? Here we have an interesting auction. So it's a whole bunch of MetaZoo product, $228.50, $69 shipping. So for me, this would be about $300 American. We'll go right to the description and show what's in here. So 2 Nightfall booster boxes. I'm just going to look at the big ticket items. 1 Seance booster box, 1 Wilderness, 2 Topps Chrome Blasters. If you want to pause the video, check out the rest. Here we have 66 MetaZoo theme decks from all different stuff. So, from Argos, no wonder. He's got a little bit of everything. Yeah, this is crazy. That's really cool. Let's just pause on that one. I mean, that's just badass. That's one from one of the theme decks. What is that? Optimus Prime on cocaine? Like, look at this guy. He's, well, okay, fine, I shouldn't say that. Optimus Prime if you turn to the dark side. Actually, this is Sith Optimus Prime. So, he joined the dark side. $187.50. That's insane. I mean, I know you're getting a lot, but I would not have spent $187 on 66 theme decks. Here you have 20. I love this listing. 26 pounds of Seance. Now, I wonder if these are the booster packs that are from Seance booster boxes where you know for a fact that they're going to be reverse hollow. I wonder if that's in the description. Let's check it out, if it says anything about it. So he does say down here that it's going to contain 1 reverse. So these are definitely the packs from, you know, the mappable Seance boxes where you know for a fact there's no chance of a full hollow. It's only reverse hollows. So I'm surprised it sold for $113. I know there's like 300 to 400 packs, but they're all reverse hollows, and there's no value in Seance reverse hollows. Here we have 144 Wilderness blister packs for $152.50. Here we have 144 Crypto Nation Second Edition blister packs for $83. Here we have 20 Second Edition spellbooks for $73. Now for these next few auctions, I took the lows and the highs. So Argos has a bunch of auctions where it's going to have 12 second edition MetaZoo Crypto Nation booster boxes in a case, plus a whole bunch of promos, right? Like a bunch of cool little promos. So this one sold for $81. This was the low end. This is the lowest that he sold 12 boxes with the promos for. And then we had another one that sold for $82. So the 12 booster boxes, second edition Crypto Nation, plus all these assorted promos and like sketch cards and everything. And then we have a third one for $84, different sketch cards. We'll just zoom in on all that. Hey, we got some Piazza Birds here. I think each one of these is coming with one of those Argos promo cards too, so that's cool. So when you do the math here, I mean, literally, this is like paying $5 a booster box for second edition. $5 times 12 would be $60, plus another $24, maybe say, for the promos, the sketch card, and whatever else he's throwing in. I mean, this is going to be pretty tough to beat. Now, I know shipping's $57, but maybe you could get more than one thing from him with combined shipping. So I know there is a shipping cost on top of it, so maybe that's why these are selling for a little cheaper. But he did have a few lots, so you just saw those were $81, $82, $84. Here's some, the exact same thing, 12 booster boxes, but the promos are a little better. So I think that's why it's selling for more. Pretty cool. I mean, it's a 101 Piazza art card. So $117, still obviously a really good deal. And the most expensive any of his 12 booster box Crypto Nation 2nd edition lots went for was $118.50. But this one came with some pretty badass cards here. Here we have a Cryptid Camera Hodag. Serialized out of 50 from Topps Chrome, sold for $32. Here we have Loveland Frogman from the Dim Mak collection, where they printed like 1 million of these and everyone thought they were like short supply, but $31 is a PSA 10. Still a pretty sweet Loveland Frogman card though. Here's an interesting one. Kickstarter Mothman pack, $45, autographed by Mike Waddell, and it says Merry Christmas. I mean, I don't know, but it's not authenticated. I'm sure it's real, there's no reason to doubt it, but especially since Asian Packer was selling it. I bought from the seller, obviously they're very good. I'm sure a lot of us have bought from this seller. Maybe that one bid's from like the one person that still believes in Mike Waddell and anything that he says. Here's a pretty cool, I mean $31, I think, hey, if you like awful like I do, this is a steal of a deal. $31, look at that sketch, look at the autograph, I mean, this looks badass. Whoever bought this, I really hope they grade this. Here we have Dragon of Akanto Falls from Hero Quest for $26 with an autograph from Michael Peckham. You don't see his autograph too often. Now, the pen obviously didn't write properly, but if you just got it authenticated, this would be pretty cool. And these Hero Quest cards, I feel like they're being slept on still. Hey, it's Rudy's first promo. $51 Canadian, $37 American only, but reason why, it's in a DGS 9. I mean, if you're grading company you don't want to grade with, graded below a 10, that's not a good sign. If you're picking this up for $37, it doesn't even matter what the condition is. At least it's slabbed, it's sealed, it's protected. If you didn't have this in your collection, you just got a really good deal. Who cares what the grade is? Here we have Topps, like the very first Topps for MetaZoo. $58.54, PSA 9, Sam Sinclair first sighting. And it's 69 out of 99. How badass is that? And on top of that, this is probably the best Sam Sinclair artwork in all of MetaZoo. I mean, tell me how badass he looks right now. He looks like he's gonna go kill some zombies. You know Negan from Walking Dead? That's his bat right there. It says Adam Ackler on it. What they call it in Walking Dead? Lucille? That was the bat? I still feel this is one of the coolest collectible items in MetaZoo. The original Pin Club. I mean, the whole set for $12.50. Why not? These Mothman ones were selling for like, I think maybe $30, maybe $45 American just for this box alone. Because every box comes with a promo card with the corresponding pin, right? And then you also get a bonus pack with an extra promo card that could be from any of these. But fun fact, I remember this when it came out, you can only get a holo for the Mothman, Piazza Bird, and Babe the Blue Ox. None of the other cryptids have a holo version. So those are the only 3 holos you can get. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, you can only get a holographic card for Piazza Bird, Mothman, and Babe the Blue Ox. Why that is, I have no idea. But it's a pretty sweet set for $12.50. Here we have another auction with a ton of MetaZoo stuff. So we got 3 Nightfall booster boxes, 3 2nd edition, right? 2 Nightfall spellbooks, $202.50. I mean, you do get a few other things here. Valentine's Day set, some of these Nightfall release event boxes, the Christmas boxes, Magicast. $202.50. I mean, that's going to be a fun rip. That's a lot of product. Here we have Magicast Reverse Holo Mothman, PSA 10, sold for $27. Always like looking at these cards. Don't see this too often either. Here we have Wendigo from Native, PSA 10, $51. I mean, why not? You're going to be spending that much for a booster box probably anyways. And the odds of pulling one of these cards is pretty low. So buying a PSA 10 just straight up like that for $51, definitely a good deal. Well, it looks like Headless Horseman's back to normal. So from Nightfall, PSA 10, $17.50. Last week in the video, I was shocked that this sold for $40 as a PSA 10. but now it is $17.50. Oh, here's a doodle and a sketch. So population 1, $61 for Hodag from the Revived Skateboards, Krypton Nation. PSA 10, auto and sketch were authenticated. Let's zoom in here. Holy moly, so we got Hodag's face down here. We got some more stuff going on here. Sorry, I just gotta zoom out and reframe it here. So that must be the signature right here. There's Hodag. Looking crazy. Who drew this? Hey, JoJo, you don't see that too often. So $61, I mean, why not? You're not gonna see that card again, so probably a pretty good deal. Now here's a home run of a sale you don't see too often in MetaZoo. Hero Quest Headless Horseman, PSA 10, autos authenticated. I got a little doodle here, drawn by Lily. $154. Holy moly. That is wild. You definitely don't see Headless Horseman as a Hero Quest PSA 10 very often. But that's pretty good. I mean, these Hero Quest cards, I feel a lot of them, people are sleeping on them. Nobody slept on this. I mean, that went for quite a bit of money. Here we have 2 Neutrality Totality Auras for $19.50. And here we have a Prism Aura for $12. Here we have one of the original Collecticon promos from MetaZoo, $12.69 as a PSA 9. Here we have a box of Nightfall and the Spellbook for $17 Canadian, $12.44 American. Now the shipping is $31 Canadian. Here we have a box of Krypton Nation First Edition, $104.50. And it comes with the acrylic case as well, and the shipping's $37. Here's an interesting auction you don't see often. So it's the exclusive, elusive gold pack that was given out way back when MetaZoo started up. It's going to have a stamp on the card, but $171.50. Maybe this would be a cool collector's item to keep sealed. Here we have a Nightfall booster box and 2 second edition Krypton Nation booster boxes for $58. Here we have a sample Eternal Snowflake PSA 8 for $132.50. Let's take a look. Always nice to see sample cards. Here's an amazing deal. So 3 first edition booster boxes, Krypton Nation, Nightfall, and Wilderness, sold as a best offer for $140 Canadian. So let's take a look at this. That is absolutely delicious. First edition Krypton Nation, Nightfall, and Wilderness for $140 Canadian. Here we have Bigfoot. I mean, it's not an auction, it was best offer accepted, but $150 for the Bigfoot Full Hollow Kickstarter PSA 10. And we have a MetaZoo auction for Frankly Collecting. MetaZoo Black Mass, the Dark Tower Hollow. Like, this is a pretty rare card to find. $80 American. Let's take a look. So here we go. This is the Dark Tower logo right here, drawn by Sebastian Botello. And let's take a look at the artwork, of course. Franklin Collecting. Viewer discretion is advised. For anyone else, amazing ass, badass artwork advised. Oh my goodness, here. Let me just do this justice. Let's zoom in on this properly. There we go. Holy moly. Full Hollow. This card's pretty rare and pretty hard to find, so I'm not surprised it sold for $80 American raw. But that is wild. Just take a moment to look at that. I mean, holy shit. Well, at least they're smiling, right? Here we have a Hodag, first sighting PSA 9, sold for $95. Remember earlier that Sam Sinclair 69 out of 99 sold for like $58? The only difference is this was a best offer accepted, the other one was an auction. So let's take a quick look at that card. I mean, these first sighting cards are so nice. If you ever seen one of these in person, you know what I'm talking about. They're such good looking cards. And once again, here's the Sam Sinclair, just to give you some reference. I'd rather have this over the Hodag any day, and I mean, it sold for $58 and the other one was $95, so this was substantially cheaper. Here we have an alternate art Mothman from Pin Club, sold for $69 as a PSA 10. So let's take a quick look at this card. Very nice card, very good looking. Actually, let's go right in on the artwork. There we go. And next we're gonna have a couple bangers, like absolute grail cards, in my opinion. So here we have Topps, the original Topps again, the first sighting Piazza Bird, PSA 10, sold for $240 American. Like, this is absolutely sick artwork. I mean, it's original artwork for Topps MetaZoo, Piazza PSA 10, serialized, 6 out of 99. And I looked this up on the PSA Pop Report. There's only 3 of these that graded a PSA 10 out of 17 sent in. So this is a population 3 sold for $240. I think that was more than a fair deal. I think that was a really good deal. And the absolute biggest banger of the week sale by far is Sample Loveland Frogman, sold for $1,300 American. That is unreal. Can you imagine having this card? Psh. It's not graded and it's raw and it's sold for $1,300. But I mean, behind Mothman, this is the best you're gonna get. I know this has nothing to do with MetaZoo, but the House of Cards Collective also has this card for $224. It's totally insane. Here, I gotta zoom in properly on this. Thunder Bloody Mary. Holy crap, what is going on here? Damn. Like, what kind of crazy artwork is this? I like it. I sure as hell wouldn't spend $225 on it, but there's a lot going on here, and that's just the top part of the card here. I gotta recenter this so we can get the whole card in here. I mean, I like the Bloody Mary card from MetaZoo, but this is a whole new drug-induced level of craziness. Yeah, I'll put it like that. What in the world? Now that's a Bloody Mary card. I don't know nothing about Cannabeast or these cards. But yeah, give me your 2 cents on some of these auctions. And have you received your product from Bailey yet? From the whole crazy whatnot stream that they did with the whole liquidation. And as always, we'll see you in the next video.
Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull!"